What if I told you that the 1 hour before you sleep is the most important thing you do for your brain all day? Every night, you do something before closing your eyes. Maybe you check social media on your phone. Maybe you watch the latest episode of your favorite show. Maybe you eat something late or lie in bed replaying conversations from the day with a mind that refuses to calm down. These seem like small, harmless habits, even rituals. But neuroscience tells us something increasingly disturbing. What you do in the hour before sleep may be one of the most important things you do for your brain all day. Not because sleep itself is the problem. What happens before sleep determines the quality of what happens during it. And what happens during sleep determines almost everything else. Sleep is a library that accumulates everything you've experienced up to that point, because the brain doesn't simply shut down at night. It performs critical maintenance tasks that cannot happen any other time. And when you disrupt those tasks every night, the damage accumulates in ways most people never connect to their bedtime habits. Welcome to 5-Minute Health. In just 5 minutes, you'll learn simple health insights that can improve your life. No long explanations, only useful things. If you find value here, subscribe for more. Let's continue. Let's begin with what the brain actually does while you sleep. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system activates a recently discovered waste clearance network that flushes toxic proteins from the brain, including amyloid beta and tau, the same proteins that accumulate in Alzheimer's disease. This process requires deep, uninterrupted sleep to function. It is not metaphorical cleaning, it is literal, cellular waste removal that your brain depends on every single night. The first harmful habit is using screens in bed. Blue light from phones, tablets, and televisions suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals the brain to initiate sleep. But the problem is not only the light, the content itself keeps the brain alert. Social media, news, and stimulating video activate the amygdala and dopamine pathways, sustaining neurological arousal at precisely the moment the brain needs to begin its descent into restorative sleep. Research shows that 1 hour of evening screen use can delay sleep onset by up to 90 minutes and significantly reduce slow-wave deep sleep, the phase most critical for glymphatic waste clearance. The second harmful habit is eating late at night. When you eat close to sleep, your body prioritizes digestion over the hormonal cascade that initiates deep sleep. Insulin spikes suppress growth hormone release, which peaks during the first deep sleep cycle and is essential for cellular repair and brain tissue restoration. Late eating also raises core body temperature, and the brain requires a drop in temperature to enter and maintain deep sleep. The third harmful habit is unresolved mental activation. Going to bed with a ruminating mind, replaying arguments, running through tomorrow's tasks, consuming emotionally stimulating content, keeps cortisol elevated. Elevated cortisol at bedtime directly suppresses slow-wave sleep. Over time, this pattern has been linked to hippocampal volume reduction, measurable shrinkage of the brain's primary memory structure. The fourth harmful habit is irregular sleep timing. The circadian rhythm is not a preference. It is a deeply embedded biological clock governing hormone release, immune function, and neural repair. Irregular sleep timing, going to bed at vastly different hours on different nights, disrupts this clock in ways that compound over time. Research has linked chronic circadian disruption to increased neuroinflammation, impaired cognitive function, and elevated risk of neurodegenerative disease. The fifth harmful habit is alcohol before sleep. Many people use alcohol to wind down, believing it helps them sleep. It does help them fall asleep, but alcohol fundamentally disrupts sleep architecture, dramatically reducing REM sleep, the phase critical for memory consolidation, emotional processing, and synaptic pruning. The brain that processes a night of alcohol-assisted sleep wakes less restored, less cognitively sharp, and more neurologically depleted than the night before. The last hour before bed is not downtime, it is preparation time. The brain you wake up with is the brain you prepared the night before. What habit from this list do you recognize in your own evenings?